like to spend a few minutes talking about using the AI assistant to create relationship models in comodel.io. Once you go ahead and log into comodel and give this model some title, and I'll just call it, I want to look into the relationships responsible for the rise and fall of empires. So let me call this empire life cycle and knowledge. You can, I know that there's a PDF out there about the fate of empires by Sir John Glove, and I can put this in here. I'm still learning about what you can put in here as knowledge. I know that it works with PDF files at the moment, but I need to go test it with YouTube videos and other things. And then the message, what are the relationships responsible for the rise and fall of empires? And tell it, and that's what I tell it. It then goes ahead and I'm not sure what it's using. I think it's using ChatGPT, but I'm not sure. Goes out and does an investigation using what's in the LLM and this PDF, and it then creates this model. This star is used to do an auto arrange, but the model is already in a pretty orderly fashion, but you can move the pieces around until you get something that is more conducive to the way that you want to look at the model. And you then, if you click on the loops, you can tell where they go. And you can choose to label them if you wish. And what you end up with is a description that comes back in terms of what it has to explain about the rise of empires. Now, note that currently it's saving the problem statement and the knowledge, but it's not saving your query and the reasoning history. And I'm currently saving those someplace else at the moment because I want to use them in other things that I'll talk about when I talk about mixed mode in comodel.io. So once you've done this, what I said previously about loops, here is the sequence that it put the loops in, but you can figure out which order you want to talk about these. If you want to unfold this, you can change the order to unfold them in the order that you want to tell the story. And you can download the model or copy the image. You can also go back to the AI assistant and you can say, what else influences leadership strength? Or whatever other question happens to come to mind about the relationships that were initially identified to give a better sense of the life cycle of empires. Now, because this message goes away, I usually save them someplace else before I tell it to go ahead and investigate how that particular question modifies the model. So if we look at it now, we'll see that there are a whole bunch of additional pieces that have been added to this model. And here is the reasoning history to go with the question that I just asked. And you then can probably use this to straighten this model out some more. But it depends, they can get complicated quite quickly, but it's up to what you are trying to understand about that set of relationships. But that's pretty much how it works in terms of using the AI assistant. And it's pretty good. I find that more often than not, it doesn't create any exogenous variables. It tries to close the loops, which is real good. It's difficult for any software to figure out just how to do the positioning and get all the loops labels or the loop indicators in the right places. Notice also that it's possible, if you look at this if you look at this particular loop, which is going this way, I think this loop the clockwise, counterclockwise indicator is backwards, but it depends upon where that is in terms of the pieces. Because if you put it here, well, then it makes sense. If you put it over here, then it's not making sense. So I don't pay much attention to whether they're going clockwise or counterclockwise. So see you shortly in another video. Bye.